Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shaseed. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a new video. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I wax my underarms at home using this wax I got from Amazon. It was pretty affordable. I want to say it was like around $40, and it comes with a lot of stuff. So it comes with the wax pot, and then it also comes with the pre-wax oil, and it comes with the post-wax oil. It comes with like a few popsicle sticks, as well as 4 bags of wax. And then it also comes with this silicone wax melter. I think you can put it on top and just sit it right there if you don't want your wax to sit in the pot. That's pretty much all it comes with. It comes with everything that you need to wax yourself at home. I actually waxed myself one time, I think about 2 weeks ago. And so far, this is how much I have. I definitely think it's time to wax again. I went ahead and melted the wax before I cut on the camera. So my wax is pretty much melted. So now I'm gonna turn it down to 160. You don't want the wax to be too hot, because then obviously it's gonna burn you. But my consistency looks kind of like this, which means it's a little too melted. So I'm gonna let it cool down just a little bit. Or even then, I could put it on my popsicle stick and just go like this. And you can kind of blow on it if you want. So I already went ahead and used the pre-wax oil. I put it on. I just sprayed it, and then with a cotton swab, I kind of just cleaned up the area and made sure that it was completely dry. If you feel like your underarms aren't completely dry, you can even use baby powder. So I actually did it on this one. So we're gonna start off with this
You'll do
underarm. So I'm going to start up here and kind of bring myself down. So I'm only gonna do a small section like this, and then I'll do the bottom part. And we're just gonna let it dry up a little bit. This is the type of wax that you can just peel off. You don't need a piece of paper. So all I'm doing right now is letting it dry. Okay, so now I believe like a minute or so has passed, and I think that it's ready to pull off. So when you pull the strip of wax, make sure you're going the opposite direction of your hair growth. So you wouldn't pull from top to bottom, you would pull from this bottom part to the top. So I'm just gonna peel it a little bit just to get a grip on it. Okay, so now that I have a grip of it, we're just gonna pull. And this is how much hair it took off. So far, this is how it's looking. I still have to do this bottom part. So I grabbed this much wax, and I just apply it. So it kind of went overboard this way. But once again, we're just gonna repeat that step, and we're gonna let it dry and then just pull it off. I wanna say you give it about a minute and it should be dry and good to go. I know last time when I did it, I felt like I applied a thick layer, and that's why when I would pull it off, it wasn't coming off completely. Like this last strip actually came off as a whole, but before it wasn't doing that. So make sure you do like a thin layer of it. And also another thing that you can do, you can touch it, and if it feels kind of hard already, then it's good to come off. I kind of just leave it for another like extra 30 seconds just to be on the safer side, because if you try to pull and it's still not completely dry, that's when it's gonna hurt the most. it's gonna be better if you just make sure it's completely dry and you could just pull it off as a whole. So I feel like it might be ready. So we're gonna pull. And so it did take a lot, but it didn't take all of them. So we're gonna go back in and do like a cleanup. Also, another thing, make sure that you're like changing your popsicle sticks so that the wax doesn't accumulate on the popsicle stick, and it's just better hygiene wise instead of like kind of double dipping back into the wax. And my arm kind of hurts from having it up like this. Okay, so I feel like it might be ready. And honestly, pain wise, I really don't think this hurts at all. Okay. So that's exactly what I was talking about. So grabbing a new popsicle stick, you kind of just go back in. Make sure you kind of blow on it because the wax might be too hot and you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, so now that the wax is kind of hot, I'm just gonna rip it off. The faster you rip it off, instead of thinking about it, the less it hurts. Honestly, I would say it's a 2 out of 10. It doesn't hurt at all. If you can get a Brazilian, you can get your armpits waxed. I'll say that. Okay, so then if you feel like you have residue wax, this is where the post-wax care comes in. And you kind of just spray it. And this is going to be oil. So I go back in with like a little cotton swab, and this is going to make the residue wax come off. So you just clean it up. And this is how it looks waxed completely. I don't know if the camera can capture it. Let me zoom you guys in. This is how it looks after. So now I go back in with the pre-wax and spray on this one. And with a clean cotton ball, you kind of just wipe it. And you would think that your armpits aren't dirty, but this, if this, this is one of those areas that are kind of like closed up, it does get dirty. Even if you don't smell, it's still gonna be a little dirty. Another thing that I will say, I feel like when you wax your armpits, it decreases the chances of having really bad discoloration, or it kind of helps it get better. I personally use, I used to shave my armpits a lot. I only recently started waxing, so it's not much of a difference, but I can really tell where I kept shaving with my razor. You can see the areas that are darker, but definitely waxing does help it. And I also have this like gel ointment that helps with discoloration. So this is the gel thing that I was telling you guys about. It's called Arabella Natural Skin. It's just a gel. It's a brightening body gel, and it has lemon extract specifically for your neck, underarms, waist, and in between your legs. So my grandma actually got this for me. I think she got it in Mexico, but I believe like if you look it up on Amazon, it might be on there. So you put this overnight. I actually leave this on overnight, and it looks like this. And I feel like it did help me. I haven't used this recently, but I know in the past it has helped me, so this is really, really good. So once you feel like it's completely dry, I'm gonna go back in. And then just once you start waxing, the more you start waxing, you'll realize that your hair will be sparse. It won't grow all around like it does when you shave. when you wax, there's certain parts that you'll have hair growth, and in other parts you won't get no hair at all. So over time you'll grow less and less hair, which is better. I personally like that. And for me, I think I'm gonna have to start waxing every 2 weeks, which isn't bad. I think every 2 weeks for your armpits is pretty good, as opposed to like having to shave your armpits every 2 to 3 days, because I personally have like thick hair and I grow hair fast, so it's just too much to keep up with. So now I'm just gonna pull it off, and again, like I said, you have to pull from the bottom up, the opposite direction of your hair growth. Okay, so now it's pretty much dry. Once you can rub your fingers and you don't feel no type of stickiness, that's when you should that one kind of hurt. So I pretty much got all of it, but now I'm just gonna go back in to get all the small hairs that I didn't grab the first time around. And I'm gonna go all the way to the top. Oh, this is kind of hot. So I'm gonna put y'all kind of close so y'all can see when I pull it off. The less hair you have, the less it'll hurt, so it only hurts when you have hair. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer. But that is pretty much it. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and spray the post wax once again, and then grab Okay, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and possibly learned something. I think this is a very affordable method that you could do if you kind of want to start waxing, but you don't want to pay like the $30 that they charge when you go get your armpits waxed, and save you a little bit of coin. The wax pot is only $40, so $40 to $50, but it's a one-time investment, and then after that you don't really have to get anything, and you can wax whenever you feel like it. So I think it's more convenient, and I personally like the outcome of it. This is how it looks. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you guys subscribe, like this video if you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.